When Canon reintroduced its PowerShot S range with the S90 in August 2009, it was a response to photographers who wanted high-quality cameras that were small enough to fit in a pocket, but still offered lots of manual control. The next model, the S95, released a year later, kept the same approach. It featured a relatively large sensor for a compact camera and a 28 to 105 millimeter zoom lens. A zoom lens allows you to go from a wider angle to a closer shot without moving. The f2 maximum aperture means the lens lets in a lot of light, which is great for taking pictures in low light, like indoors or at night. It also had a control dial around the lens for quick access to settings, a handy feature for experienced photographers. Now, the S100 may look similar on the outside, but it's a completely new camera inside. Key upgrades: lens range. The zoom has been expanded to cover more ground, from 24 millimeters to 120 millimeters. This means you can take wider shots, good for landscapes, and zoom in more, good for close-ups of distant objects. However, at the zoomed-in end, the lens isn't as good at letting in light, which could make photos look darker in low-light conditions. New processor. The S100 uses Canon's latest DIGIC5 image processor. Think of this as the brain of the camera. It's much faster than the previous version, making it better at processing photos quickly, improving image quality, and reducing noise, the grainy look you sometimes see in low-light photos. New sensor. The camera has a new 12.1 megapixel high-sensitivity CMOS sensor. A sensor is the part of the camera that captures light to create an image. The bigger the sensor, the more light it can capture, which usually leads to better quality photos. This new sensor is about 7.5 by 5.5 millimeters in size and uses technology from Canon's higher-end EOS LR cameras. This technology helps reduce noise and improve dynamic range, the difference between the darkest and lightest parts of a photo. The camera can now shoot at ISO 6400, which means it can take better photos in very low light. The new sensor also allows faster continuous shooting at 2.3 frames per second, FPS, compared to 1.9 FPS on the S95. For even faster shooting, there's a special mode that can take 8 frames at 9.6 frames per second, but only for JPEG images, which are smaller and easier for the camera to process than RAW files, which are used by professionals for better editing. Video features. The S100 can now record full HD videos, 1920 by 1080 resolution, which is the standard for sharp and clear videos. It can record at 24 frames per second, FPS, which gives the video a more cinematic look. Unlike the S95, you can use the zoom while recording videos, which is a helpful feature for videographers. There's also a movie recording button placed conveniently near your thumb for quick access. Additional features. The image stabilization system has been improved with 7 different modes. Image stabilization helps reduce blur from shaky hands. These modes automatically adjust for different situations, such as macro photography, close-up shots, panning, following a moving subject, or video recording. The lens now has a neutral density filter, which helps when shooting in bright sunlight by allowing you to use larger apertures without overexposing the image. Larger apertures create a blurry background effect, called bokeh, which is popular in portrait photography. The camera includes a built-in GPS system. This lets you tag your photos with the location where they were taken, and it can also keep track of your movements, even when you're not taking pictures. You can later map your journey on Google Maps. Design updates. The S100 has new finger and thumb grips, which make it less likely to slip from your hand. The camera is available in a titanium silver color as well as the standard black. The silver finish is a matte, darker shade, not the shiny silver often seen on other compact cameras.